Okay, so here we are at the end of the Oskar Lake portage. This is Oskar Lake ahead of you, and I can hear running water, and there's definitely water on top of the lake. This is a big lake. It's not quite as big as Max Lake, but it's big enough, and I think it goes right on down pretty much to the US border, which is just probably not much further than that far tree line over there. There's no boundary here. You can ski right into the States, and unless there's a drone flying overhead, nobody would know you were in the States. Okay, so we're going to go down. I'll try to ski without busting my you-know-what here. Oskar Lake. Now, from this point where I'm standing now, actually at the tip of the dock here, I've never been over here before. This is as far as I've ever been, winter or summer. Last summer, or summer before last, I dragged a kayak over here and I was just exhausted. I couldn't go any further. That portage was just a killer. It was 18 inches of sticky, gooey mud and mosquitoes, and you just didn't want to do it ever. But wintertime is vastly different, as you can see. No mosquitoes. So anyway, from this point on, it's all new territory for me. I think the portage is over there somewhere, but I'm going to get my binoculars out and take a look. And I don't want to end up in the States and get taken into by ice. So we'll try not to go any further south. All right, believe it or not, the portage is right straight across that little cove. Just barely cross over the northern part of Oskar Lake. And then the next lake after that is Charles Lake. But look at these cattails, aren't they pretty? I remember when I was in first grade writing copying a little poem off the blackboard the teacher wrote about pussy willows, but I think these are pretty much, I don't know, are they the same as pussy willows? I don't know. Anyway, that's whatever. Every time I see these, it takes me back to first grade down in Swannanoa, North Carolina. Long ways from here. And time, place, and culture, I guess. Sure is a different world, isn't it? There's not many places on the planet that are as peaceful as this, and as benign and inviting, gentle, you know. It's remote, but it's very very calming, very easy. Well, that was quick, going across this little northernmost arm of Oskar Lake, and now Charles Lake portage coming up. I don't think it's very long, but it looks pretty steep. I'll probably have to take my skis off here. Oh well. And Oskar is very interesting. It's got lots of islands, and none of these islands are named. And it'd be a great place to come back to in the summertime with some bug spray for sure. The vast majority of the lake is over in that direction. You can't even see it. This is all kind of a convoluted arm, northern arm of the lake that we're looking at here, but the bulk of the lake is out that direction. Anyway, let's go through this little portage here, see if we can moose all over the place. I haven't seen them, I've just seen their tracks. That was a steep climb. Probably, I'm up at least 200 feet from where I started on this Charles Lake portage. And I don't even really know where the trail is. I think I'm on it, but there are no ski tracks or snowshoe tracks or anything like that, of course. But I think I'm at the top of the hill. I'm just going to keep going straight ahead, see what happens, I guess. If I get lost, I can always backtrack. I got tracks to follow. It has to be the trail. It sure looks like sort of a clearing down through there, but as you can see, there's sort of a steep drop off. Looks like about a 30-foot drop off, and if I were younger and I was with somebody, I'd go for it, man. But out here I get hurt and nobody's going to find me, so unfortunately I have to take my skis off and walk down. What does they say? Prudence is a better part of valor, or discretion is a better part of valor. Let's be discreet or prudent. Good to see the body of water or ice. That's got to be Charles Lake. And yeah, I was getting a little bit concerned because I wasn't sure I was even on a trail. As I said, I've never been here in my life before. There's no roads in here, of course. And so this is Charles Lake coming up here. Let's see if I can ski down here without crashing and messing up the video here. Whoa. My feet are now soaking wet because when I was walking up the first part of the portage and without my skis, I was sinking in up to my waist in places. And so my boots just filled up with snow. But anyway, here is Charles Lake in all its late winter time, early springtime splendor. Absolutely stunning solitude, except for this Boeing 747 transport plane that you can probably see up here. I have a plane tracker, and this is a 747 extended cargo plane on the way from Anchorage down to Chicago. It's about 3/4 of its way down to Chicago now. Amazing, huh? All these transport 747s go right over the lake, about a dozen a day. Anyway, back to Charles Lake. And apart from that airplane and the pilot and co-pilot and navigator, we're the only people out here, that's for sure. Charles Lake. There's your Polar Express transport plane. According to the map, it looks like I need to stay kind of parallel to this eastern border of Charles Lake, and the portage should be over there, kind of in that direction somewhere. I can't see it now, of course, even with the binoculars, but it's a pretty straight shot. There aren't any secret coves, or I don't think there are going to be too many ways to get lost on this lake. All right, here we go. Here we go. The ice is getting pretty slushy, by the way. In places, the water on top of the ice is about 2 inches deep, but I think the ice is still, well, let's say I hope the ice is still around 2 to 2.5 feet thick. So I should be good. Okay, now I'm about halfway across the lake, and actually with binoculars I was able to spot the portage. It's dead straight ahead. Just wanted to shut my mouth for about 30 seconds and let you take in the absolute silence of this place. That was a ski pole falling down. Hang on. Okay, here we are on the other side of Charles Lake, approaching the next portage. The next lake, out of deference to gender equality, is Isabel Lake. Yes. Let's see, we started at Max, went to Lulu, then Oskar, now Charles, next one Isabel, and just to the right over there is another lake, Lily, L-I-L-A, Little Lake, Lily Lake. Look at all the water on top of the ice here. Ugh. Now my bottom of my boots are in the water. Oh well. My feet are warm. All right. What does it say? Yes. My navigational aids were correct. Is it Isabel or Isabella? I think it's Isabella. Ah, si, senor. Senor Isabella. Oh man, I could sit down and have a beer right now if I had one. Oh well, it's beautiful. I could just sit down and have a drink anyway, a drink of water.